It's time to learn to make the gusset. This is where we are with our teaching sock, our little model. You learned how to cast on the edge for the cuff. You learned how to knit the 1-1 rib cuff. You learned how to transition and knit rounds for the leg. You learned to make the heel flap and the heel turn in one of the most common ways that you will encounter in basic introductory sock patterns. We will later learn this style and other varying styles of heels and heel turns. Let's now make the gusset. Gusset is the triangular part of the sock. It's going to help us transition from this heel turn into the foot part of the sock. In the previous video, this is where we left off. Now we'll look at the edge of the heel flap. We see this pretty beautiful chain created by slipping the first stitch, and we use it to pick up the stitches. You're going to put your needle through the first chain below the work. You will grab yarn, pull it through, and you picked up one stitch. Now you look at the next one. You put your needle through the next beautiful chain. You grab the yarn and you pull it up. And you have picked up your second stitch along the gusset side. Next, same thing. Your needle goes through the beautiful chain. You grab the yarn, you pull it through. One more stitch is here. Again. One, two, three, four, five. Now sizes and designs of socks will vary the numbers of stitches and rows and rounds, but the skill is going to be the same. So as you're doing this, you're preparing yourself, mastering the skill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The next step is to knit across. Here we begin working this instep part of the foot as we work on the gusset. So now I'm going to take the free needle and I'm going to knit. I will need a needle for this side of the gusset of the flap. So I'm going to put this free needle down to wait for that, and I'm going to work across here. Because we were changing colors, this stitch got stretched. You can pull the yarn here, close it, and remember that we will address that in the finishing steps. Now we want to pick up 7 stitches on this side. We want to investigate a little bit to get familiar with this. Where will these stitches be picked up from? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Count it again. This is the last round of the leg. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, now I need to do some redistributing of the stitches. I'm going to knit one time around while I do that. I want to put the beginning of my rounds here in the middle of the heel turn. That means I will knit 2 stitches now. One, 2. Now I will take this free needle and I will knit these 2 stitches. 1, 2. This is now the beginning of the round. I will work to the end of this side, knitting my stitches as they come. Now I'm going to knit half of these stitches. If you want, you can continue working with 4 needles, 1, 2, 3, and the working needle around, or you can split here and bring in the 5th needle. Just for teaching, I'm going to now switch to 3 needles plus 1 so that you can see the difference, and you might actually prefer that. I will continue to the end of the instep, side to side, and knit this side, my stitches as they come. If you count your stitches now, you're going to see that you have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, plus 9, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. We want to get back to 24 we started with. We will do that by making decreases on each side. So you look at the top of your sock, then on left and right, every other round, we will make a gusset decrease. This round, round 2, is the decrease round. We begin by knitting the first needle until we have 3 stitches left. Here are my 3 stitches left. It's time for a decrease. Slip 2 stitches, put them back in reverse order. What was second is now first. Knit them together and knit the one after that. Now you knit across . And now we need to decrease on this side of the sock. In these first 3 stitches, not last, because decreases need to be here and here. Okay, so you knit one. Now you want to untwist your stitches and then knit them together. Of course, only the two. And you finish this needle. And you have finished this decrease round. The next round will not be a decrease round. The next round you're going to work as it is. We alternate decrease and non-decrease rounds, so this one will be a decrease round. You come to the last 3 stitches. On this side, you slip the 2, put them back in reverse order, and then knit them together and knit the 1. You come across and you decrease on the other side. This decrease comes first, so you knit 1 and then you knit 2 together. You check here, do you have only 24 stitches? You don't. You need another decrease, but first comes the non-decrease round. Now comes the decrease round. You have the last 3 stitches. Slip, slip, reverse the order and knit. And now knit 1 more. Come all the way across here. Decrease on this side. You first knit 1, then you knit 2 together. And now you do a non-decrease round and count the stitches as you go. I have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I have finished this triangle, which is called the gusset. Here we can compare two designs. You already know that there are two, but there are other designs. You're going to see them in various projects, and you will start to see why some are chosen sometimes and preferred over the others. You will start to have your favorite designs. I did not talk to you about lining up the color change here. We will talk about it when we do finishing steps, and depending on the color work design, this evening will look different on different projects. For right now, it's Sock Knitting 101. We're focusing only on the basic skills. Okay. Now it's time to transition from the gusset to knitting the foot part, which consists of instep and sole, top and bottom of the foot. You already see how these stitches, these 12, are the instep, the top. You can keep it this way, or you can split it onto 4 needles. You know now what is easier for you now that you've done gusset on 3+1 needles. If that's easier, you can keep that going. If you would prefer getting back to 4+1 needles, you can switch it just like this. Move some stitches to another needle, and you're ready to keep knitting in the round. I like to switch to 4+1 because this allows me to try my sock on while I work so that I can decide when it's time to work on the toe shaping. You will want to knit as many rounds as it takes to get to the base of the toe. You can keep trying it on while you're learning. In some of the projects, we're going to learn how the measuring works. For right now, let's just knit some rounds because this is our little template, our little teaching sock as we master the skills. I'm going to knit some rounds, and in the next video, I will show you one of the ways to shape the toe section of the sock.